The North Pole, a seemingly endless wasteland of Arctic ice, shrouded in darkness for 6 months of every year. Here, there is no food, no shelter, not even a cave to hide from the slashing winds and temperatures that can dive to 90 degrees below zero. But according to mainstream geology, beneath the pole and the Arctic Ocean lies the Earth's mostly rocky crust, up to 30 miles thick. Below this is molten rock, heated by the planet's spinning core, with a solid center of iron and nickel the size of the moon. Scientists have deduced this information from measurements of Earth's gravity, magnetism, and seismic waves. But no one has ever seen these areas. Could the frozen surface of the pole be hiding a gateway to a world within our surface world? There are those who believe the answer is yes. And what they believe is known as the Hollow Earth theory.
The Hollow Earth theory is that this Earth is not molten inside. It is actually hollow. And that suspended in the hollow of the Earth is an inner sun.
Surprisingly, the notion of a hollow Earth was first given scientific credence by one of the founders of modern astronomy.
The idea that the Earth might be hollow as a scientific notion dates back to the astronomer Edmund Halley, who is best known for his comet. In 1691, he presented to the London Royal Society his hypothesis that the Earth is hollow. He also suggested that these interior spheres would also be able to support life.
In 1818, former U.S. Army Captain John Cleve Sims, Jr. announced that there were vast openings at each pole where we could enter inner Earth.
With Sims, the idea of a hollow Earth gets tied into exploring for the pole. At this point, nobody had actually seen Antarctica, for instance.
The hollow Earth theory again captured the public's imagination in 1864 with the release of Jules Verne's second novel, A Journey to the Center of the Earth.
The novel takes an Icelandic guide and a professor and a young man down into the center of the Earth. Journey to the Center of the Earth could really have been called a journey to the center of geology. Geology and paleontology were a very hot topic in the early 1860s, and there was a lot of discussion of that in Journey to the Center of the Earth.
But while Verne popularized the idea that extinct life forms might still exist inside the Earth, others envisioned that the Earth contained advanced underground civilizations.
Supposedly, they have advanced technology. They've got ray guns and special weapons, and even they have flying saucers and other craft like that.
But is there any evidence that such fantastic claims could be true? And has anyone actually been to the world within our Earth? Proponents of the Hollow Earth theory say yes, and that one of the explorers was no less a luminary than famed polar pioneer Admiral Richard E. Byrd. In the 1920s, Byrd made world headlines by flying over the North Pole and by becoming the first man to fly solo over the South Pole. But Hollow Earth theorists believe that the famous explorer went even farther, and that on February 19, 1947, Admiral Byrd piloted a plane through a hole near the North Pole into the interior of the Earth.
Flying saucer type craft took control of his airplane with some kind of tractor beam. And they landed them near our inner Earth city. And the message that they had for us was that they consider themselves the guardians of this planet, okay? He says, we don't approve of you people using nuclear weapons. We had just blown up a couple of cities in Japan a couple of years before. So this was the message that he was given. But when he got to Washington, they put a lid of secrecy on this, that this was not to go out.
Some say Admiral Byrd's own account of this flight into the hollow Earth is detailed in his secret diary, published in the 1990s, almost 4 decades after his death. But skeptics claim the diary is a forgery and point out that in February 1947, at the time Admiral Byrd was supposedly visiting this other world underneath the North Pole, he was actually part of a vast 4,700-man naval exploration called Operation High Jump, 12,000 miles away, near the South Pole. But could Byrd's inclusion in this large military operation at the South Pole have been merely a cover story? Some people claim it was, and this allowed him to slip away to the other end of the planet, unnoticed by the media.
Admiral Byrd, the rumor was, found a world of flying machines and people and more advanced than us, and that they helped him and then he left again. It's a myth.